This is the modern sci-fi film's logical explanation video. There are many ways to arrive at the solution of this puzzle without guessing. This is just one way. Starting with rule number 2, the 3 highest grossing movies in the grid must be in row 4. These are Avatar, Inception and Interstellar. According to rule number 1, movies starring Timothée Chalamet are in opposite corners. This means Interstellar must be in one of these 2 bottom corners, and Dune must be in one of these 2 top corners. Rule number 4 states that all Christopher Nolan movies must be adjacent to each other. This means Inception would need to be next to Interstellar in row 4. According to rule number 5, all movies in column 3 have a main character that is non-human, or becomes non-human. Therefore, Inception cannot be placed here in column 3. So Interstellar must go in the bottom left corner, allowing Inception to be placed here next to it, and Dune to be placed in the opposite corner. From rule number 6, we know that movies with Oscar Isaac must be on the same diagonal. These are Dune, Annihilation, and Ex Machina. This means Annihilation and Ex Machina must occupy these 2 squares in the diagonal, in some order. Since all movies in column 3 must have a main character that is non-human or becomes non-human, Ex Machina should be placed in column 3, leaving Annihilation in column 2 of the diagonal. Tenet can now be placed in the only position left that is adjacent to the 2 other Christopher Nolan movies, as per rule number 4. Similarly, Blade Runner 2049 can be placed here, and Arrival can be placed here, to ensure that all Denis Villeneuve movies Dune, Blade Runner, and Arrival are adjacent to each other. Blade Runner takes this position in column 3 because it has a main character who is non-human. To satisfy rule number 1, a third movie starring Michael Caine should be moved into row 4. Since Tenet is already placed here, this means Children of Men must be in row 4. Avatar can be swapped into column 3 of row 4, and District 9 can be moved into the final available position in column 3 to ensure that all movies in column 3 have a main character who is non-human or becomes non-human. Rule number 3 places a movie starring a father above the movie starring his son. In this grid, the father-son pairing is Denzel Washington in Deja Vu and John David Washington in Tenet. Therefore, Deja Vu belongs here above Tenet. Matt Damon movies must be in the same column, according to rule number 1, and so The Martian should be in the same column as Interstellar, and should be placed here in the only position left in column 1. Finally, to satisfy rule number 7, source code should be placed here, below the repeating time loop movie, Edge of Tomorrow, leaving Minority Report here in the final position available in the grid. If we check logic now, we'll see the logical is solved and without any guessing.